Yellow is my favorite color. Oh, and there's one of my favorite cats, Friendly. And he is claiming victory over this magazine. He's particularly fond of poets and writers. Friendly. Kiss me. Yes, kiss the camera. Kiss it. Oh. Hello. Welcome to the 7th literary video blog for Kim, the B-Word Poet. You can follow me on Facebook at Kim B-Word Poet, on Twitter at B-Word Poet, and you can go to my website for samples of my poetry, short stories, book reviews, blogs, and many more things of interest at bwordpoet.wordpress.com. And you can kiss my kitty. Okay, so in this literary blog, I wanted to share with you samples of my short stories. These are very recent short stories that I've written within the last 2 years. The first one I'm going to read to you is called My Best Friend, and this story is about a girl and a guy who have a friends with benefits arrangement, and they've both come to a point where they're now reevaluating that friends with benefits arrangement and reevaluating if they want to be a couple, if they're ready to be a couple. So I dialed his number nervously. I've done this before, so why am I afraid? We agreed on this arrangement months ago. Hello? God, I hope he's not busy. Hey, Greg. Hey, what's up? Some papers shuffled on his end. Doesn't he have a test tomorrow? Are you busy? No, what's wrong? Nothing, I'm fine. He sighed heavily on his end. That meant he felt like trouble was brewing on my end. Great. You know what? This was a bad idea. I'll talk to you later. No, wait. What the hell, Samantha? What's wrong? He sounded panicked for a second, then like I was pestering him. I didn't want to bother him for no reason. Nothing. I just sort of need you right now. He paused again and started breathing differently. He knew what that statement meant. I couldn't hold off having him again, even if this was all we were willing to give to each other. Give me about 15 minutes, all right? Okay. Greg and I had been friends since like elementary. When we started dating, it was all butterflies and roses and everything it should have been. But when we graduated and went to separate schools, things changed. It was hard not to be jealous of his college girlfriends. He was the one who suggested we go to different schools. I was convinced he was tired of me. He insisted he wasn't. We started going to the same school, but the damage was done. We split up, and he was finally free to date other girls. Every time he kissed a girl in front of me, it was like a slap in the face. So we made a new arrangement. Maybe dating wasn't our thing, but we both still wanted to sleep together. So we decided whenever we are single, we would sleep together when we needed to. Perhaps in the end he agreed to this because he really does still love me, but can't get past my jealousies. Whatever the reason, I wish it could go back to the way it was when we were in high school. The next story I want to read you a sample from is called The Coffee House, and this one is about a girl who discovers that she likes other females, and she meets a female in a coffee house, and it goes from there. So Shyla decided to come in and try coffee. A white chocolate blend had been suggested. As she sat down, a beautiful woman strolled in and sat to the far left of her. The woman took out a newspaper and started reading the front page. She finished and moved on to page 2. Shyla watched this woman with awe. She was exquisite. Long dark hair with bright red streaks, Hershey's milk chocolate skin, purple top. Whoa, why am I looking that damn hard? I'm just in here enjoying coffee. I'm not even gay. The beautiful woman must have sensed she was looking at her, because she looked over at her and smiled. Did she just wink at me? Oh shit. Shyla tried to just enjoy her coffee, but she couldn't help looking at this beauty. The woman had it going on, she wasn't gonna lie. But the way she had it going on was perplexing. She didn't even know she liked other women until now. Am I that horny that I'm willing to consider screwing another chick? Actually, maybe now's the perfect time to experiment since I'm single. How do I send out the vibe I'm open to it without letting everyone in the coffee house know too? The woman was looking right at her and crossed her legs seductively. Did she just lick her lips at me? Am I that obvious that I'm checking her out? Suddenly the woman got up to sit at her table. Anita, the beautiful woman said, sticking her hand out to introduce herself. Shyla, she said, taking Anita's hand nervously. Figures. So how long were you going to check me out? Did I pass the test? Anita said with a devilish smile. Shyla looked around nervously. I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me. I'm not that way. Anita chuckles. Could have fooled me. Glad I tickled your curious button, though. Anita rubs her smooth cast against Shyla's leg, which made her move and bump the table a bit. She is seriously on the prowl. Who else saw that? You're cute. Care to take your curiosity further? Anita almost whispered. Shyla just looked at her a moment and blushed. Am I? What am I waiting on? Just try it and see if I really like other women too. Shyla just shook her head yes. She didn't trust her words right now. This situation was just too awkward to intellectualize it. I don't live that far from here. Care to watch a movie with me? Anita raised her foot higher up Shyla's until she was practically placing her foot in Shyla's lap. Wow, you're really aggressive, aren't you? Would you rather me be coy like you right now? We'd never have any fun if we both just sat here flirting all day. Good point. Touché. Shyla finished her coffee and they left the cafe. Giddy, what you doing? Okay. This one, I would have did a sample from Goodbye, but I actually have this entire story on my website in my short story section. But Goodbye is a short story about a woman who is saying goodbye to her married lover on his way home to his family after their weekend together. But this last one I'm going to read a sample from is called Interracial, which is about a black lesbian who starts dating a white lesbian, and they're navigating through the prejudice of their friends and family. I never considered myself a philosophical person, but I found out something truly profound once I started dating my wife. What matters most is the fact that I love her and she loves me. It doesn't matter that we're gay, and it doesn't matter that we're a different race. Love is colorblind. Me and my girls decided to go to this new club downtown called Riss. The place was jumping, fine girls was everywhere, and liquor was being poured like water. The club had 3 floors, one for dancing, one for pool and games, and the third was for restaurant-style food. I saw a group of white chicks come in around 11:30. Normally situations like that don't faze me. I only liked other black females, but one of the girls caught my eye. She was in the center of the 5-girl group, with a tight white shirt and some tight blue jeans. She had on this rainbow-colored belt and some black high-heeled sandals. She almost reminded me of Jennifer Love Hewitt because she had some big breasts and sandy brown hair. Jennifer Love Hewitt was the only white girl I ever wanted till then. I wish I knew how to describe or how to explain why I was feeling this girl, but I couldn't. I never thought I'd step outside my race. Plus, I was there with Kaya and Shaniqua. Kaya just broke up with her man because he left her for his white secretary. Telling her I wanted to talk to a white girl would blow her mind, and not in a good way. I couldn't help looking at this girl, though. I wanted to talk to her, maybe see if she was open to me or vice versa. I told my friends I wanted to refill my drink, and I started slowly walking towards the bar. The girl had been looking my way. I think she saw me checking her out. My behavior was baffling. I was never this shy before, but then again, I never considered talking to a white chick before either. When I got to the bar, the girl looked right at me and then got up from her stool and sat next to mine. "What's up? What's up? How long were you going to stare at me? You knew?" She laughed. Her laugh sounded like something rich, pulsating, and touching me in places I never knew could feel like jelly. "You weren't exactly covering your tracks, girl." I chuckled nervously. I wonder if my girls were keeping track of how long I was gone. I looked around, coast clear. "You've never talked to a white girl before, have you?" "I talk to white girls." "Really? So why are you looking around like someone's about to get you?" "Look," I started, "I've never talked to a white girl before, but I like you. I know my friends won't approve of it." She laughed again and tossed some of her hair across her right shoulder. "Are you trying to date me or your friends?" Before I could answer her, Shaniqua tapped me on the shoulder. "What are you doing, girl? We waiting on you." "All right." Shaniqua started walking ahead, and I jumped off my bar stool. Great. Guess that wasn't happening for me anyway. "It was cool meeting you, but I gotta go. They probably want me to watch Jello shots or something." We laughed together, and she got off her stool and came to me. I thought she was going to kiss me. For a brief second, I wanted her to. I wanted those peach-tinted lips touching mine and feel the soft strands of her hair in my fingertips. But she shook my hand slowly instead. "It was good meeting you, too. Maybe we'll meet again someday. And maybe my kitty will stop trying to eat my paper." "Stop eating my paper. Stop eating my paper. Can you stop, please?" Oh my goodness, kitty, stop. Well, those are all the samples I have for you today, and I hope you enjoyed those little snippets of my short stories. My next literary video blog will be about my second poetry book, which is called Random Thoughts, and I'll also read you the poems that I was going to read at the Women's Variety Show, but I ended up not going because, like I said, I haven't read in front of people in a really long time, and I just wasn't going to get on stage and read again. So, but I'll read them for you in my next literary video blog and read you samples from my second poetry book called Random Thoughts. So until then, see you later. Say bye, friendly. Bye.